Hey everybody, I just wanted to welcome you to our Synchronous Learning Conference for NU580. Today is Tuesday, September 15th at 12:04 Central Time. So I wanted to provide these to allow you guys to ask any questions you may have regarding the previous week. And so this last week was a pretty busy week. We got underway. Everybody's done quite well. And then ask you if you have any questions about how grading was. Please feel free to reach out to me at any time to discuss grading feedback. But I just want you to know that I'm hoping to meet your needs by being present in your course. And so I know this week we have our first assignment due. So let me go ahead and share my screen. And it'll be just a minute. Hopefully you can see my screen. Here are our synchronous learning. Here in the announcements is where you can find your meeting link. And then let's dive into your modules for this week, because we've got a digital poster, I believe, that's due. And so this week we have, your introduction to the key health indicators, required resources, and then we're going to continue with key health indicator discussion. And so this week, if you look at my launch, here you'll see your due dates on your initial response, and then of course your peer response. But this week we're going to ask you to locate and review your state's health report card, and then look at the statistics, the key health indicators, including how they influence health status, and then also discuss the direct and indirect burdens of health risk behaviors and disease. So bring your discussion from last week just a little bit further and expand on that for this week's discussion. So please feel free to reach out if you have any questions about the week 2 discussion. Now, let's look a little bit about our assignment. So this week we're asking you to do a little bit of technology, creative technology. And so this week we're going to bring your discussion information forward that talks about your state health report card. And we're going to ask you to provide a brief socioeconomic and demographic overview of your community. Now, your community can be absolutely anything you want it to be. Your immediate community, your global community, it could be a large community, a small community. That's completely up to you. And what you'll notice in the master, when you're in a master's program, it's mainly about your creativity, because if we give you really strict guidelines, we're going to stifle that creativity. And so just know that this is all up to you. As long as you're meeting the requirements for the grading rubrics, you'll be great. And so to take it even further, what are the major causes of illness, injury, and death in your community? What health issues and behaviors are most concerning? What barriers exist for residents to achieve better health? And then what resources exist to support your community-wide goals and strategies? Now we're asking you to create a digital poster. And I'll send out some, I think I sent out an email regarding some different examples, but I've used PictoChart in the past, and I'll show you what my PictoChart looks like. But then you can do Canva, you can do Crello, and you can do Tile, T-Y-L-E. A lot of these have a free trial. So if you're only doing one project, you'll be really good, but no way do I want you to pay for a program. And so make sure that you brainstorm the content and answer all of the questions above. And so I've had a student reach out asking if you could just bullet point these. It's completely up to you and how you want to do it. If you bullet point it, make sure that you've expanded and answered each of these questions. And then make sure that you have your citations. You still have to have your in-text citations. and then you still have to have your references. So make sure that you've captured all those requirements. Again, pick a suitable template that works for you. Use your graphics, your colors. Of course, make sure that you're following APA guidelines. So I'm hoping that you can see my picto chart. And so I put together a picto chart for one of my BSN classes that I taught last semester. And so this is just a quick overview of their semester. Pretty straightforward, you know, what to expect in each week. I added a few pictures. It took me, well, I want to say it took me about an hour, but nothing that that couldn't be done. And so make sure if you're, you know, whatever you choose, you need to add citations throughout, and then maybe have a reference page for your last one. Okay, so this is PictoChart, and mine is free. I think I can have up to 5, create 5 projects. So that's great because you're only creating 1 project. Okay. So I'm hoping that you can get started on this, and then listen to this video and just make sure that you're capturing everything. Okay. So make sure that you answer all of these questions. Make sure that you expand, because you're going to have to expand on the barriers and the resources and health issues. So I've seen in the past where they have only provided like one slide or one area, and they're not really capturing all of the questions, and you'll get marked down for that. And so be creative. The other thing is, I've had students ask me, well, can I do a digital or a voice over PowerPoint? You know what? You can. I just don't want this to be a headache. I want it to be something that's fun. You know, we are talking about technology in nursing nowadays, and so I'm hoping that you'll dive into this assignment and be creative. And so if you would like to do a digital or a voice over PowerPoint, that's fine with me too. Just make sure you capture all this information. With that being said, that's really our main focus for this week. It's due September 20th at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then grading wise, hopefully we do not have to have grading completed until Wednesdays at 11:59 p.m. But I like to get in early and get my grading done. And so please feel free that if you've not seen your grade by Thursday, to reach out to me and let me know, because sometimes what I do is I forget to post them once I grade them. I apologize for that. So look through your instructions, dive further into your week 2 discussion question and bring that information forward and create a digital poster of some sort. So please let me know if you have any questions. I'm hoping that you can access your library resources. I'm hoping everybody is staying safe. Take big deep breath. We're in this together, and continue to follow up with me and let me know how you're doing. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to find myself. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And I just want to thank everybody. And once this recording link becomes available, I will send it out in the announcements. Thank you. And I hope to see you next Tuesday. I believe that's September 22nd at 12 p.m. Central. Thank you, everybody. Have a great week. Bye-bye.